War Thunder is a game that looks amazing, which means it can also be hard to run on a bad system or a laptop that you're hoping to play on. Today I'm going to go over the best graphic options to get the best performance you can get while also making the game look good and still have good visibility. If you truly have a bad system that struggles and you want visibility, you might as well just turn on old video card support mode and look at some of these settings here, which we'll compare. As for the really limited options you have left on old video card support mode, starting off, set the mode to full screen. Now for graphics API, DX12 can give you higher FPS, however, it's less stable than DX11. And odds are, since you're watching this video, your system might be a little bit too old or weak to be able to run it without issues, so just stick with DX11. Now for resolution, you can keep it on the highest if you want, however, if you're still having low FPS, lowering this is going to help a ton. You can really set anisotropy to 16 or 0. It's really up to you. In my opinion, it does help with long distance spotting just a little bit, but here's the comparison of it being on and off. So it's really truly hard to say. It does give textures at a distance a little bit more quality, as you can see here, but performance wise, it doesn't really impact your system too much, so it's worth being on in my opinion. As for texture quality, on low video mode, I don't really see too much of a difference between them. However, once again, here's the comparison. This might be a hot take, but I feel like on high textures, I could see that tank a little bit more on the left there. However, this might just be my delusions. If you want a little bit more beauty in the game, you might as well just use high, as it's really hard to say because even texture wise, I don't really see too much of a difference. For tire marks, leave these on high if you want, as it's important to track tanks and see where they went. So never change this one. Lastly, far away details. That's your choice, as I didn't see a difference at all that I even needed to make a comparison of them. Now for post effects, simply turning up sharpness all the way up to 80 or even to 100 is the best way to go. This really helps bring out the tanks, and here's a quick comparison just showing how helpful this is. After that, I just use Reinhardt for tone mapping, and it just kind of increases your brightness, so you can kind of turn it to whatever you'd like, just depending on your monitor. I use about 80% or so. Now for a few things outside of the game, use the minimal game launcher. This doesn't impact much in game, however, it saves a lot of space on your system, and more disk space is always nice to have, and it will help performance if you're running super low. Another quick thing that works nicely, especially on older systems, is setting War Thunder as high priority for your CPU in Task Manager on Windows. To do this, open up Task Manager, go to Details, find War Thunder EXE, and set priority to high. This is an old trick that sometimes helps depending on the age of your system, and it's worth just giving a try. Now for in-game options, here are my final settings for max FPS and visibility for old video card support mode. Hope you guys enjoyed, and this helps you be able to run War Thunder on your old PCs or laptops. Now thanks for watching.